Number 10. Higashi no Eden. On November 22, 2010, Japan was hit by missile strikes, a terrorist act that fortunately did not harm anyone, becoming known as Careless Monday. Quickly forgotten, society goes on about their normal lives. During her graduation trip to America 3 months later, friendly college student Saki Moromi's life is forever changed when she finds herself saved from unexpected trouble by Ariki Takizawa. Takizawa is cheerful, but odd in many ways. He is stark naked and suffers from amnesia, believing himself to be a terrorist. In addition, he possesses a strange cell phone loaded with 8.2 billion yen in digital cash. Despite Takizawa's suspicious traits, Saki quickly befriends the enigmatic young man. However, unbeknownst to her, this is the beginning of a thrilling death game involving money, cell phones, and the salvation of the world. Higashi no Eden chronicles Saki's struggle to unravel the mystery behind her savior, while Takizawa himself battles other individuals armed with similar cell phones and returning memories which reveal his possible connection to the event from months ago. Number 9. Darling in the Franxx. In the distant future, humanity has been driven to near extinction by giant beasts known as klaxosaurs, forcing the surviving humans to take refuge in massive fortress cities called plantations. Children raised here are trained to pilot giant mechas known as Franxx, the only weapons known to be effective against the klaxosaurs, in boy-girl pairs. Bred for the sole purpose of piloting these machines, these children know nothing of the outside world and are only able to prove their existence by defending their race. Hiro, an aspiring Franxx pilot, has lost his motivation and self-confidence after failing an aptitude test. Skipping out on his class's graduation ceremony, Hiro retreats to a forest lake, where he encounters a mysterious girl with 2 horns growing out of her head. She introduces herself by her codename 02, which is known to belong to an infamous Franxx pilot known as the Partner Killer. Before Hiro can digest the encounter, the plantation is rocked by a sudden klaxosaur attack. 02 engages the creature in her Franxx, but it is heavily damaged in the skirmish and crashes near Hiro. Finding her partner dead, 02 invites Hiro to pilot the mecha with her, and the duo easily defeat the klaxosaur in the ensuing fight. With a new partner by his side, Hiro has been given a chance at redemption for his past failures. But at what cost? Number 8. Planetes. In 2075, space travel is no longer just a dream, but an everyday reality for mankind. Advancements in science and technology have led to the colonization of the moon, the commercialization of outer space, and the formation of large space corporations. Aitanabe, an upbeat woman whose interests lie in the cosmos, joins Technora Corporation as a member of their debris section, a department dedicated to the removal of dangerous space junk between the orbits of the Earth and Moon. However, Ai soon discovers how unpredictable her job is. As the laughingstock of Technora, the debris section is severely understaffed, poorly funded, and is forced to use a dilapidated spaceship nicknamed the Toy Box for debris retrieval. Undeterred, Ai preserves and gradually becomes acquainted with the strange personalities that make up the debris section staff, such as the bumbling but good-natured chief clerk Philip Myers, the mysterious and tight-lipped temp worker Edelgard Rivera, and the hot-headed and passionate Hachiroda Hoshino, who longs for a spaceship to call his own. Planetes is an unconventional sci-fi series that portrays the vastness of space as a backdrop for the personal lives of ordinary people. People who may have been born on Earth, but whose hopes and dreams lie amongst the stars. Number 7. Macross. After a mysterious spaceship crashes into Earth, humanity realizes that they are not alone. Fearing a potential threat from space, the world pushes aside their nationalism, conflicting interest, and cultural differences, unifying under the banner of the United Nations. The newly formed UN forces decide to repurpose the alien spacecraft, naming it SDF-1 Macross. Unfortunately, on the day of its maiden voyage, a fleet of spaceships belonging to a race of aliens known as the Zentradi descend upon Earth, and the SDF Macross, acting of its own accord, shoots down the incoming squadron, sparking an intergalactic war. In an attempt to escape, the Macross tries to launch itself into the moon's orbit, but the ship, as well as the city it was in, is teleported to the far reaches of space. Caught up in this mess are Hiraku Ichijo, a free-spirited acrobatic pilot, and Min-Mei Lin, an aspiring singer. These two, alongside Macross' crew, experience an epic journey rife with grief and drama, coming face to face with the cruelties of war along the way. Number 6. Accel World. Haruyuki Arita is an overweight bullied middle schooler who finds solace in playing online games. But his life takes a drastic turn one day when he finds out that all his high scores have been taught by Kuruyuki Hime, the popular vice president of the student council. She then invites him to the student lounge and introduces him to Brain Burst, a program which allows the user to accelerate their brainwaves to the point where time seems to stop. Brain Burst also functions as an augmented reality fighting game, and in order to get more points to accelerate, users must win duels against other players. However, if a user loses all their points, they will also lose access to Brain Burst forever. Kuruyuki Hime explains that she chose to show Haruyuki the program because she needs his help. She wants to meet the creator of Brain Burst and uncover the reason why it was created, but that's easier said than done. To do so, she must defeat the 6 Kings of Pure Color, powerful faction leaders within the game, and reach level 10, the highest level obtainable. After the girl helps Haruyuki overcome the bullies that torment him, he vows to help her realize her goal, and so begins the duo's fight to reach the top. Number 5. Kumo no Mukuo Yasuko no Basho. Hiroki Fujisawa and Takuya Shirikawa harbor admiration for 2 things in their life: their classmate Sayuri Sawatari and the vast Izo Tower that stands boundlessly across the Tsugaru Straits. Fascinated by the limitless structure beyond their reach, Hiroki and Takuya begin constructing an airplane from a fallen drone they discovered, naming it the Bella Sella to fulfill their dream of one day reaching the skyscraping top of the tower. Later joined by the girl they love, Hiroki and Takuya promise Sayuri to fly with her to the seemingly otherworldly top together. However, Japan has suffered a north-south partitioning that has fueled conflict near the base of the tower, which marks the border between the American-controlled southern islands and the northern lands occupied by the Soviet Union. Further along, Sayuri suddenly disappears, and Hiroki and Takuya never see her again. Unbeknownst to them, she fell victim to a sleeping disorder that left her comatose for the past 3 years. Although Hiroki and Takuya later learn about Sayuri's condition, they also discover that the girl's unconscious state is oddly linked to the same tower the trio had promised to conquer together. Number 4. Plastic Memories. 18-year-old Tsukasa Mizugaki has failed his college entrance exams, but after pulling some strings, he manages to land a job at the Scion Artificial Intelligence Corporation. Psycorp is responsible for the creation of Giftias, highly advanced androids which are almost indiscernible from normal humans. However, unlike humans, Giftias have a maximum lifespan of 81,920 hours, or around 9 years and 4 months. Terminal Service 1, the station Tsukasa was assigned to, is responsible for collecting Giftias that have met their expiration date before they lose their memories and become hostile. Promptly after joining Terminal Service 1, Tsukasa is partnered with a beautiful Giftia named Isla. She is a Terminal Service veteran and considered the best in Giftia retrievals, contrary to her petite figure and placid nature. Time is fleeting though, and Tsukasa must come to terms with his feelings for Isla before her time is up. No matter how much someone desires it, nothing lasts forever.
This is the future.
Shuumatsu Nani Shitemasu Isogashi Desuka. Tsukete Murade Iya Desuka. Putting his life on the line, William Kamech leaves his loved ones behind and sets out to battle a mysterious monster. And even though he is victorious, he is rendered frozen in ice. It is during his icy slumber that terrifying creatures known as beasts emerge on the Earth's surface and threaten humanity's existence. Willem awakens 500 years later, only to find himself the sole survivor of his race as mankind is wiped out. Together with the other surviving races, Willem takes refuge on the floating island in the sky, living in fear of the beast below. He lives a life of loneliness and only does odd jobs to get by. One day he is tasked with being a weapons storehouse caretaker. Thinking nothing of it, Willem accepts, but soon realizes that these weapons are actually a group of young leprechauns. Though they bear every resemblance to humans, they have no regard for their own lives, identifying themselves as mere weapons of war. Among them is Catholi Noda Seniorius, who is more than willing to sacrifice herself if it means defeating the beasts and ensuring peace. Willem becomes something of a father figure to the young leprechauns, watching over them fondly and supporting them in any way he can. He, who once fought so bravely on the front lines, can now only hope that the ones being sent to battle return safely from the monsters that destroyed his kind.
This is the future. Human error.
Orange. Nako Takemiya's first day of her sophomore year of high school is off to an uneasy start. After waking up late, she receives a strange letter addressed to her. However, the letter is from herself, 10 years in the future. At first, Noho is skeptical of the note, yet after witnessing several events described to take place, she realizes the letter is really from her 26-year-old self. The note details that Naho's future life is filled with regrets, and she hopes that her younger self can correct the mistakes that were made in the past. The letter also warns her to keep a close eye on the new transfer student, Kakeru Naruse. Naho must be especially careful in making decisions involving him, as Karuke is not around in the future. With the letter as her guide, Naho now has the power to protect Karuke before she comes to regret it once more.
This is the future. Evolution. This is the future.
Kisnaver. Katsuhiro Agata is a quiet and reserved teenage boy whose sense of pain has all but vanished. His friend Chudori Takashiro can only faintly remember the days before Katsuhira had gone through this profound change. Now his muffled and complacent demeanor makes Katsuhira a constant target for bullies who exploit him for egregious sums of money. But their fists can only just manage to make him blink, as even emotions are far from his grasp. However, one day Katsuhira, Chidori, and 4 other teenagers are abducted and forced to join the Kizuna system as official Kisnavers. Those taking part are connected through pain. If one member is injured, the others will feel an equal amount of agony. These individuals must become the lab rats and scapegoats of an incomplete system designed with world peace in mind. With their fates literally intertwined, the Kisnavers must expose their true selves to each other, or risk failing much more than just the Kizuna system.
Alright everyone, that's it for today's video. Did you guys enjoy this list, or find any anime you're interested in? Let us know your thoughts down in the comments, and please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. And if you're new, remember to turn on notifications for more upcoming top 10 videos.